That took longer than expected. I just really had to go to the bathroom, and that took longer than expected. Hello. We're gonna be playing Hive Swap Friend Sim 2, but I want to talk about Jesus Christ. I just want to talk about something. So, I have a friend. His name is Thomas. Or sorry, their name is Thomas. I've known them since trying to think when I started talking to them. Fuck. Anyways, my friend Thomas, he is a writer. And they've been writing a story since 11th grade. They're a year older than me. He has a YouTube channel with like 60,000 subscribers. And he released a book! A legitimate fucking book! I just got it, cause I'm stupid. Even though I could have literally gone to their house and said, hey, can I have a book? They would probably give it to me. They would probably honestly give me one for deadass free. Or I slide them like a singular quarter. But I bought it off of Amazon. And here it is. This is my friend Thomas's actual fucking novel. I wonder what it looks like without the book jacket. Yo! That looks sick. Trying to get it without a glare. That looks sick, man. Tom is a dear friend of mine. They're so cool. We've done many things. I'm on the Discord, and it's one of the Discords that I just shill out my entire Twitch account. I'm gonna read this. Thomas Vaccaro is an author, content creator, and all-around geek. His novel-writing escapades began towards the end of his career, his senior year of high school. Rather than going to college without a clear goal in mind, he kept his focus specifically on finishing this said book and learning as much as he could about how to publish it. All because college is expensive, man. He is now a YouTuber, Unicorn of War, and has created a loving, supportive community of fellow geeks known across the interwebs as the Asshole Parade. Even so, writing is his passion, and he couldn't imagine doing anything else, namely because he lacks any other practical skills. But working with the cards you're dealt, work with the cards you're dealt with, you're dealt, kiddos. For more information, be sure to check out Thomas's YouTube channel. When your greatest dream is born from spite, will it make you truly happy? That's the back. This is sick. And I got the hardcover. I spent good money on the hardcover because Thomas fucking deserves it. Because I said, hey, can you add me to your Discord? And he gave me a custom rank. He gave me a custom one. I think it's like Lord of the Cheese or some shit. I'm going on it. Hold on. Because it's a Patreon locked. And this book, just so you're aware, this book came out like a few months ago. They also fucking... What's that they have like their main shtick is fucking fandom shit. And one of them. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Oh, because I have it hidden. One of them is Homestuck, and it hasn't been touched since January of last year. January of last year. I'm going to post this in selfless promo. Where the fuck is it? Where's self promo? I lost it again. Shameless plug. Where is it? I lost it. God dang it. Oh, there it is, because it was closed. I am Twitch stream. Homestuck Friends Sim 2. www.twitch.tv/Jesus. I don't even. That didn't work. That didn't work. Shit. Fuck. There we go. There we go. Love this song. I want to see how that looks. I look like a fucking idiot. I'm getting off of that. Don't look at my face. My face is nothing. Yeah, I don't care. Play the game! Shut up. Okay, let's continue. Let's load from where we left off, which is right here. Kicking right back into it, even though I don't remember what the fuck we did. Okay. True. Oh yeah, we're on the, Justitia. We're on the Teal Blood ship. For Legis Lassiter's. The fact that I remembered that word and didn't call it Legis Corpus. Okay. The two of you reached a huge row of windows, and Tizia's gestures for you to follow her to the right. Wow, you knew space was vast, but seeing it out these enormous windows really puts into perspective just how tiny you are. The two of you come up to a portrait of an important looking teal blood next to the door. The plaque under the portrait reads, Head Legislator. Tamine Lashi. Oh, look, there's so many posts. Chixie! Can I go to Slaughterfy? Hell yeah, Chixie! Oh, Malik! The fire roars larger with every single day. This is the sound of the future. God damn. You cryptic son of a short bitch. Marvis. This fucking ship sounds like it was named by some violent motherfucker. I love Marvis Exalado. Zolado. Who else? Stelsa? Oh my god. Tagora! Oh god! Wait. I have to read this. I swear something weird is perpetual. Okay, what's this one? Okay, so we have lawyer asshole who makes you pay to be his friend. Need to know is Markiplier. Tizia's is cool lawyer friend who passed too many bar exams. Wait, okay. I'm gonna tell you exactly who these people are. Here's Ardata. Ardata is the worst. End of sentence. The worst. Ardata. She has 3 eyes. Why? Fuck her. Chixie! Chixie is the best. That's all you need to know. And then Chixie. Oh! We're in Chixie's private! We're in her private story? Are you in a private Twitter? Shit. Elward! Elward's hot lesbian. Elward is the hot lesbian. Gallic. This is Markiplier. Malik. The rebel leader, even though being like a mid-blood. Marvis! The best motherfucking juggalo in this entire fucking game. Ramel. Cool. Stelsa, mom friend. Imported coffee prices, search... What? Tagora is bitch. Tizia's coolest motherfucker. Also, she only has 413 followers. Zebra, the worst. The actual worst. And then Skyla. The best. I love her. She's just... Skyla's just... Just look at her name. Country lady. That's all that matters. She is a country lady. Okay. She ushers you to the right, walking a little faster than before. One more turn left. One more turn left, and she stops in front of the first door. Tisius opens the door and drags you inside. Once the lights flicker on, you see you're in a pretty normal looking supply closet. Tizia pulls out her palm husk and starts typing. Ooh. Secret missing. You nod. Tizia's palm husk starts to buzz. She opens up a video call. Malik! Look at Malik! I love Malik. What the fuck is his voice? What is that? What did you do to my boy, Malik Adilov? The flames are getting larger as we speak. He should sound cool. He gave us his hoodie. No, he should not sound like a skater guy. But that's all I can think of right now. The flames are getting larger as we speak, dude. Actually, no, I take that back. His voice is suiting. Okay. I agree with his voice. I agree with Tizia's voice. I agree with Stelz's voice. I don't agree with Doc Scratch's voice. Doc Scratch should sound like fucking Pops. It makes me angry. He sounds like a fucking Tumblr sexy man. He is not. I actually tweeted at Tumblr to revoke the sexy man status of Doc Scratch. And they immediately said, sorry, that's out of our division. You should talk to Sexy Man of the Week. And I did not tweet back. I did not tweet back. I thought it was funny enough that Tumblr, like, immediately fucking replied to me. And it was funny. I did have a little Karen moment where I went straight to the manager. But we're not going to talk about that. Wait a minute, you recognize that voice, is that? Just like, Malik? You crane your neck to take a peek at Tizia's phone, and oh my god, it is! Malik, it's actually him! You practically snatched the phone from Tizia to much of her displeasure. You are an iPhone kid. You become an iPad kid. You become an iPad kid. You start to tell Malik of your adventures, barely holding back tears as you talk. Hell yeah. How could you forget? You wear his hoodie every day. Sweet. Just as you're about to tell Malik, Tizia snatches her phone back. Oh, right. Emails? Fuck off. Tizia pulls a small notepad out of her pocket and begins writing a list of names that Malik rattles off. Most of them are complete strangers to you. But you perk up your ears. Tigiri and Polypa? No! Polypa! I remember Polypa. Polypa. Dipla? Tigiri is the fucking... If I remember correctly, Tigiri is the JoJo stan. As in, they really love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh! Polypa is the fighter one that has a, Moirail that is a mustard blood? If I remember correctly? Moirails? Yeah. Tizia sighs and writes down the rest of the names. Yes! You make I'm literally a toddler. Literally playing as a toddler here. You make grabby hands at Tizia's and she hands you Malik again. The two of you exchange info and Malik tells you all about the Rebel Chitter feed that he tells you you should keep an eye on. You're so glad you found him. You missed all your friends while you're in the other timeline, but you especially missed him. I especially missed him. Malik was the best. Once you two wrap up your reunion, Tizia takes the palm husk back to sign off. And with that, the call ends. Tizia's puts the palm husk back in her pocket and starts towards the door. So this is what the revolution does. Okay. Okay, sick. Polypa's on it. And what? She's, Polypa, she's, the one under Jade. Same as Nepeta. Fuck. Olive blood. I remembered. Wow, that does sound pretty important. You're glad she's doing something to make a difference. The two of you walk back to the apartment in silence. You don't know if it's just the light or the dark circles under Tizia's eyes. But the dark circles under Tizia's eyes look even more pronounced than before. You ask if she's doing okay. She gives you a confused look. She just kind of looks drained. You're guessing the trial took a lot out of her. The two of you enter the apartment to find Stelsa at the dining room table, flipping through her journal. Hell yeah. Ooh, chitter. We have 3. So now we're on the cool chitter. What's the difference? Malik. And Malik. Malik. Whomst do you have a crush on? Whomst. Damn. They're talking about you like you're their kid they need to watch over. You're their kid they need to watch over. Not like you have an excellent track record of not causing trouble, but still. Hell yes! You're always down to learn about your friend's family lore. I just listened to that back. What the fuck? Stelsa ushers you over to the couch and flips the book open to its first page. Like ancestor, like Dancestor. Or it's that you're literal clones due to ectobiology. Yo, Homestuck! I know, right? Hey, Will. Wow! So this ancestor was able to do all the work of auto terrorizing on top of creating grieving rituals. That's impressive. You missed it. We talked to Malik. And Malik. Malik is my favorite. And I mean, like, if you go to the... Oh, it's low? How is that? Or, oh wait, no, not there. But look at me! But, oh wait, shoot.
Stenya didn't create the outside candle.
Okay, there we go. Voice sound. There we go. It's gonna be very loud. You're gonna turn that up and bah. Okay. I think that should be good.
That's just a Jewish tradition.
There's Judaism on Alternia? How do you spell Judaism? Okay. That's what I'm Googling. There is troll Jews. Troll Judaism. Troll Jewish people. Why is there troll Judaism? Why are there troll Jews? I'm not even kidding. It literally said troll. It literally says troll Jewish. Unrelated to Jigus. No, I completely forgot that Jigus was a real fucking word in this god-forsaken game. This fucker. I'm getting off the MSPA fucker shit. I'm taking a picture of this. I know it's gonna start recording. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna change a keybind I have. Change it to Shift F12. There. I just need this. I just need that as a picture. It also flips to a tab section of the journal and shows you a few of the pages. Trolls have Judaism too. You had no idea.
Looks like there's more similarities between our worlds than I thought.
Why? What's the... Wait. I want to know what the difference is. There has to be a difference. You have some Jewish friends back in the locked timeline. You have got to introduce Stelsa to Rose and Roxy when you get back. I missed that. But that makes sense. I completely missed that. But it makes sense. Why am I just finding this out now? I'm Googling again. Homestuck Judaism. Homestuck Judaism. Jewish Brishka? What? No. 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 Someone said Jewish Briska, and that scares me. What the fuck? Why?
I would love to come and meet your friends, but you know I can't leave Zizi like that. I'd also love to connect with other Jewish people. I haven't managed to find any information or communities online.
Wow.
According to Stenya's journal, she had a large Jewish community she was a part of, including trolls of all different castes.
I just want to know what the difference between Earth Judaism and Troll Judaism is. Is it like, instead of Moses parting the Red Sea, it's like Troll Moses parting the Rust Sea? I'm gonna stop.
But those don't really exist anymore. Well, they probably do, but they must be very far underground.
Oh. Oh, I see. I see where this is heading. I see where this is heading. I see where this is heading. I see the main difference. Alternia's real headbound on fucking extinction events. I was trying to avoid saying it, but you fucking said it, Will. You fucking said it.
It seems like we were pretty heavily persecuted throughout the sweeps.
L'chaim. Well, there's another similarity to Earth Judaism.
But at least Stenya's journal is very thorough. I get to study where I come from with full illustrated guides.
Homestuck just loves... Oh, am also out of my gourd. Just seeing the word Jewish in a Homestuck game just made me. Why? Why? Oh my god, this is so funny and bad at the same time. This is like when everyone had that funny little arc of their childhood, mainly in 2016, where they made fun of Hitler. Ironically and unironically reading Mein Kampf just to get the cultural context. Making really bad, stupid jokes that were like borderline racist. Borderline very anti-Semitic. I was just friends with a lot of terrible people at the time. I literally called this friend group the carcinogens, cancer-causing agents. Anyways, back to the game. I'm done talking. Stelsa flips through another few pages. Some have pictures of food on them. Others have illustrations of stories. A couple have what looks like sheet music.
I wish I could figure out what these ones mean. I've tried to ask Zizi for help since she used to play music, but she never actually learned how to read it.
Fucking relatable. You know some people who wait. Chixie! We're gonna talk about Chixie, aren't we? Chixie! You know some people who you're sure could read music. You could hook Stelsa up if she wanted.
No, I'd rather keep this to myself for now.
She did talk about troll holocaust, so I can understand why. Oh, wait. A journal. Oh no. Is Stelsa's ancestors supposed to be like Anne Frank? No. I'm digging too deep. No, I'm digging too deep. I need to crawl out of this fucking molehill that I've created. Fair enough. The two of you flip through the journals a bit more, and you hear a knock at the door. Tagora! Stelsa opens it, revealing a incredibly disheveled Tagora. His eyeliner's running down his face, and his palm husk is in a death grip in his hands. Oh no!
Oh my goodness! Gorgor, what happened?
He's cutting me off. No thanks to you.
What a whiny little shit twink. I could say that. Tagora spits the last bit in your direction. Fuck you.
I told you I had something to worry about. Now how am I going to afford anything?
Oh god, his fucking voice. I'm taking off my headset.
It'll be okay. Come on, we can work this out.
Work for once in your fucking life. Stelsa ushers Tagora out the door and leaves you alone in the living room. Well, you guys are gonna chill by yourself now. But it's so hard to chill when you know you have a mission. How can you relax when you know that Stelsa and Tizias need to make a choice so they can be saved? Oh my god. Though now that you think about it, it's not much of a choice. Stelsa wants to come with you. Stelsa needs to come with you if she's going to be happy. Earth has safety, a Jewish community, everything Stelsa could possibly want. Everything except Tiz. You can't split them up. Not after all they've gone through to stay together. You wonder if there's any sliver of hope that you might be able to convince Tisias to leave the revolution. No! Okay, wait. I'm on the Salvation route. That's why. There are plenty of causes on Earth she could fight for. And there's no way she's that indispensable to the revolution, right? No, she's the only one on the inside. That is pretty indispensable. But you doubt you could convince her. Tisia has a one-track mind when it comes to breaking the system, and no amount of friend persuasion is going to change that. Though maybe you don't have to be the friend to persuade her. Malik seems like he's pretty high up in the rebellion. You bet anything if he told Tisias to leave the cause for her own sake, she'd have to listen. No, she wouldn't. She definitely would not listen. You plop down on the couch and start scrolling through your palm husk to find his contact. Oh, right. You can't call him from here. You have to go to that private closet if you want to call him safely. Just as you were about to get up, you feel a hard sensation against your leg. Stelz's ancestor bullet journal has slid down the cushion next to you. And holy fucking shit, do you want to snoop in it so badly? You should really go ahead and contact Malik, but one peek wouldn't hurt, right? Ah! I'm saving. Fuck the first one. I'm calling Malik, though. I feel like reading the bullet journal will be an end. I'm doing it. You can't resist. You gotta take a little peek. Malik can wait. You're sure you can find another time to sneak out and talk to him. You open the little black book to a random page in the middle. It's Stenya's weekly agenda. She's got gratitude and habit trackers. And everything. Looks like some of the page is blocked off with pink tape. You wonder if it was Stenya who put it there or Stelza. You could check out some of these sections for more information. Your Alternian might be spotty, but you can definitely still read it. Oh! What does it say? Gratitude journal. Grateful for my good friends and comrades who stand by each other. Oh, that's so nice. What is this? Busy week. Damn, it goes... Okay, I stopped reading. When did Stenya have to leave early on Wednesday? What was happening on Sunday that she had to bring leftovers to? A monthly calendar. 14th perigee. Huh? You always assumed the Alternian months would have actual names. That would be like if you called July month 7. What's this? Oh, Stenya's Wriggling Day was this month. And she gets a whole week off for something called Hick Hatch Week. Lucky. You wonder if what FJs seem okay. He didn't read that right. We didn't read that right. It's the candle spread from earlier. Yarzit's candle to remember the dead. Holy shit. Are these plans for an anti-Empire protest? Was Stelza's ancestor a protest leader? This can't be right. Stelza would never be proud about being related to a protest leader. Then again, that would explain the tape. You get a closer look at this. Looks like they were processing Ascension recruitment. We will surround the recruitment center and block all entrance. Sounds like a solid strategy. Knowing how things are now, you don't think it worked though. But it looked like all protesters got a free breakfast at least. What? Okay. Protest supplies. Let's see. Food, water, first aid kit. This looks pretty standard. Eye protection, body armor, horn prosthetics. Pretty intense. Frequency disruptor. Shit. What was Stelza's ancestor up against? They can't arrest us all. You sure hope they didn't. Then again, knowing the Empire, they probably did way worse than just arrest the protesters. It looks like they were marching pretty close to a drone maintenance facility, so you're guessing this event probably didn't end well. Cool, it's a hand-drawn map with color-coded routes and everything. You're guessing that this was probably photocopied and passed around to protesters beforehand. Or maybe she just hand-drew the map over and over and over again. Nah, that seems like too much work. Then again, you see how much Tizia wears herself out of the sake of revolution? What's saying Stelsa's ancestor wouldn't have done the same? Okay, so like the red routes are where to go, and then the green routes are where to go, and the red routes are escape routes. I'm guessing. And that's it. Your snooping is interrupted by the turn of the front door handle. You quickly close the book and chuck it to the other side of the couch. Clearly you didn't chuck it fast enough because Stelsa catches you in the act.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing?
I just want to see. Fuck you! It fell! Just say it fell. Oh, nothing, you were just...
That's an ancestral heirloom. You can't just toss it around like that.
Stelsa snatches the book and starts flipping through the pages, making sure none of them are damaged. She starts to relax to see there's no tears or wrinkles, but then tenses up again as she noticed the washi tape that was used to bind the pages together. Oh no.
So, you saw
What are you talking about? You don't know what she's talking about.
the taped up section. You saw Stenya's other work.
What are you talking about? Just a little bit. Fine. We're sorry for snooping. You know it was rude.
Yes, that was rather rude, but that's not what I care about right now. You have to promise me you won't tell a single person about what you saw in that journal.
So everyone, that makes sense. Everyone's against the fucking Empire. Everyone's against the Empire. You promise. You don't understand what she's so worked up about, though. Her ancestor sounds like a badass.
It doesn't matter what she sounds like to you. To the Empire, she sounds like a criminal. Just owning this journal is a culpable offense.
Ah.
I tried so hard to cover up any of Stenya's misdeeds. I should have known better and just thrown the thing away when I got it.
No. She runs her hand through her hair. Why did she keep the book in the first place? You know she's on more of the pro-Empire side of things. You were a little surprised that she, of all people, kept protest maps around.
I don't know. It called to me. Is that a stupid thing to say?
No.
I looked at that journal and saw something more than what I thought I was. Until I found Stenya's journal, I was just an order terrorizer. Just another teal blood. Not that I'm not grateful for my place.
No, you understand. It's important to have hobbies and work-life balance. You're guessing she's not really allowed that up here, is she?
Oh, definitely not. We weren't allowed that much back on planet either. I really do regret spending so much time taking pretend clients outside of classes to practice for the real thing. The only thing I ever really had for myself was my workout routine. And as much as I love a good run, that can't be my whole personality either.
Some people do.
But then I found the journal, and it gave me something else I could be. Something else I already was.
Hell yeah. Oh, she's talking about she's talking about troll Judaism, right?
Reading Stenya's detailed descriptions of rituals taught me that I'm allowed to slow down. Allowed to take an evening to sit down and just be grateful that I'm alive.
Hell yeah! She looks at the Yahtzee I should not say Yahtzee candle. She looks at the candle still burning on the coffee table, barely a dent made in the wax.
The Empire discourages us from thinking about the dead. Death happens so suddenly around here, and we're always taught to ignore it and let body disposal take care of it.
Ass!
I'm glad to know I'm part of a culture that allows me to remember the people I cared about.
Hell yeah. You completely understand. Alternia is a hard, cruel place run by hard, cruel people. You don't know how anyone could blindly support this place. No offense. You quickly cover your tracks, remembering Stelsa's loyalist attitude the first time you met her.
You think I like it here?
Stelsa throws her head back, laughing.
This whole time I've been telling you I want to leave. Does that sound like something a loyalist would do?
Point!
I'm not loyal. I'm just scared. Scared of losing what little I'm allowed to have.
Point.
I understand why Stenya did what she did. Hell, I understand why Zizi does what she does.
Oh, she knows. She'd never.
Oh, don't look like that. She's not subtle about it. I might not know what she's doing for whatever rebellion she's part of, but she's definitely part of something. But
Yeah.
I can never bring myself to put myself in that kind of danger.
Stelsa stares down at the book in her hands, flipping the cover open and closed.
Maybe I should just burn this. I don't want to end up like she did. Arrested at her final protest, and tried and killed by her peers.
Shit. Stelsa tosses the book aside and shakes her head as if to shake the negative feelings away.
That'll have to wait until later, though. I've got so much to catch up on because of this wedding. The head of Order Terrorizing did officially give me the weekend off, but I just know he's going to call soon to ask me where I was at last night's department meeting, and why I haven't turned the work in yet. Sorry to leave you on such a sour note, but the work is never done.
Point. She turns and struts into the respite block as if nothing just happened. Now I want to know. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna take over the salvation ending because I don't need it. I want to load this one. Call Malik. There's no time to waste. You pull out. I just want to know. Please tell me I get caught. Oh fuck! You have no idea where you're going. You really didn't think this through, did you? Come on, think. Which way did Tizia take you? You remember taking a left first. Where was that left though? Water fountain. Yeah! Yes, an enormous row. Holy shit, I got it right! It was a right. Right. Right again. Yes! I did it! I did it! QT, suck my ass! You enter and flop down against the huge box labeled supplies before pulling out your palm husk to call Malik. After a few rings, he picks up.
Has the fire been stoked?
Oh, it's you! What fire? You tilt your head and Malik frowns.
Show me the room you're in. Okay, good. You're clear. Sorry about that. I guess Tizius didn't tell you about the passphrase.
I love Malik so much. Passphrase. Oh! That thing he and Tizius started the call with.
Yep. We started recall with it just in case one of us is compromised. The network is secure, but people can always listen in or force us to reveal info.
You nod. Can't be too safe when committing treason.
What's up? Did you miss me that bad?
Yes! Malik laughs and you give a smile. You did miss him a ton! And you just want to catch up and chat at some point. However, now is not the time. You need to talk to him about Tizius.
About Tizius? Aren't you, like, staying in her apartment? Can't you just talk to her?
Don't give me that look! No, 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 no. There is something you need his help with, actually. You think he might be interested in hearing about it, too. You tell Malik about the locked timeline and your plans to take all your friends with you to safety.
You found a way out. Out of the Alternian Empire for good?
Yeah! Just like he dreamed about all those sweeps ago, you can make his dreams come true.
No.
He's on the
Absolutely
same-
not. The work I'm doing here is way too important.
Fuck! Damn it! Who fuck tested? Fuck. Can he lose followers? I just want to see him lose followers. Why am I following him? How is he verified? That's a fake verification. Wait, no, that's a fake verified. No, it's not. Oh, is it because he's an indigo blood? He's a high blood, you fucker. Fuck you. Hate Zebra. You take it that means he's not gonna help you convince Tizius to leave with you them either.
You think I would be able to convince her to drop the revolution? Tizius won't drop the revolution for anything. Not even her own well-being.
Point! So he's also noticed Tizius is looking more worn out than usual.
Oh my god, you see it too? I mean, she's never been a ball of energy or anything, but half the time she's zoning out during calls. And she
Yeah.
started drinking coffee. Coffee! Tizius hates coffee! She's been like this for over half a sweep. She was okay when she first ascended, but isolation really grates on a person.
Isolation? Tizius isn't isolated. She got Stelsa and Tagora too. And all these scary teal bloods on this scary teal ship. It's not like the rebellion is locking her in a closet.
Isolation from the other rebels, from her friends. I'm the only one she's allowed to stay in contact with.
Shit.
The Justitia is super bugged. You can't walk 3 feet without bumping into another camera.
True.
I know, because I've hacked their security before. If she's caught clearing records, anyone she's in contact with can end up being a suspect too.
Shit.
I'm okay putting myself in that position. I know how to evade drones when I need to, but everyone else, they don't need that. The only time Tizius talks to anyone in the rebellion is during our meetings, so yeah, she might as well be locked in this closet.
Wow. That sucks. You really hope that the work Tizius is doing is worth
Oh,
it.
it's been amazing having that extra level of security. No one's had to worry about being put back on the call list for an old crime for ages.
Sweet. An old crime.
Oh, yeah. When someone gets put on the call list, their name is uploaded to a registry and also printed out into a physical record, which can be re-uploaded if, say, someone hacks the system and erases the drone registries. I'm the one erasing the data. Tizius just destroys the paper trail.
Ah. Wait, so Tizius isn't even erasing the evidence? He shrugs nonchalantly.
Nah, I can do that remotely. Tizius is just a failsafe in case I ever get caught. Or, if for some reason I can't hack the system and the drone records have to be accessed from a government computer, but that's never happened.
So, what Tizius is doing isn't even necessary for the rebellion? It is, though. Because if, let's say, if he hacks into the system, deletes the names, but the names were already on a list printed, that'll show that the systems were hacked. And then they'll basically know everything. So, Malik arches his back, little, like a startled cat, panicked.
Oh, of course not. She's really helped us relax and given us the
You jump behind the box you were leaning against, and Malik ends the call. You feel your palm husk busted, see a text from him. Call me back later if you're still on the Justitia. You gotta catch up. You send him a cute emoji back before slowly peeking over the box. Hopefully whoever just came in needed some supplies. Your stomach drops when you remember the box you're hiding is labeled supplies. Oh, it's just Tizia's. You jump out from behind the box.
Holy fucking shit, what are you doing here?
You're just chatting with Malik again. Is she here to do the same?
How did you even... Well, at least you had the sense to come here before calling him. No, I'm not here for Malik. I was actually hoping to have a moment alone.
Oh
So
shit,
assuming
sorry.
you got here fine, can you please just go back to the apartment block?
Yeah, you get it. Tizia probably just needs a minute to call her Moirail, right? She looks like she needed to talk to Daria all day. Tizia's give you... fuck. The pieces start clicking back in the face.
What part of I haven't seen Daria in over a sweep do you not understand?
Why am I saying all my thoughts? You thought she just meant in person. You know... Oh god, everything Malik just said makes so much sense.
When I ascended, I had to make a choice. I could either leave the rebellion forever and be a good little cog in the legal machine, but keep all my contacts from the planet, or I could become an indispensable part of the revolution, but never talk to anyone again.
Shit.
The choice was obvious. I thought I'd be fine.
Oops.
I'd only been Moirails with Daria for a sweep at that point, and it's not like I was dying without one before. And it was fine, at first. But the work up here gets so soul-crushing, and I can't really complain to Stels about it. She lives for bureaucracy. And just... Fuck, I miss her so much.
Slumps against a shelf, draws her knees close to her chest. You take a seat next to her.
So no, I don't get to just call my Moirail and talk through my problems. All I get is this fucking closet.
If being in a closet is reminding her too much of rebel shit, why doesn't she go back to the apartment?
I can't let Stels see me cry.
She curls into herself. You try to put her arm around her, but she shrinks away. You want to do something at how she can't keep living like
You
this.
think I don't know that? You think I don't know that I'm falling apart?
Fuck. This is...
Stels tells me to slow down. Malik tells me to take a break. Even Tagora has noticed I'm more fucked up than usual. And now you barge in here threatening to take away my last piece of stability. I've already torn myself up this much for the revolution. I can't give it up now.
Well, there's always more than one choice to be made. She can't go with you, but staying here is destroying her. There wouldn't be any way to convince Stelsas to leave the Estisha and join the revolution, would there?
No fucking way. I love Stels, but she's never taken a risk in her life. God, you have no idea how much I've dreamed of escaping from this hellhole with Stelsa. Just the two of us, disrupting the system hand in hand. Just like Tagiri and his Moirail.
I forgot. Fuck Tagiri.
I would have thought he would be the one who got out.
Damn. Really need to do something. You try to comfort her again, but Tizia pushes
I
away.
just need to be alone right now. Okay?
Fair enough. You leave the room. And you make your way back to the apartment. Malik told you Tizia's role isn't entirely necessary. If she left, they would still exist without her. But if Tizia's knew that she's not as indispensable as she thinks she is, would she still martyr herself like this? You bet if you talk to her again once she's calmed down a bit, you could convince her to leave with you. But maybe with Tizia's on your side, you could convince Malik and Daria and the other rebels too. This quest might not take as long as you thought. Oh, fuck off. No, I don't like this one. I'm going back to this. I'm going back to this. Hold on. I'm going back to this. I like this one better. At the moment before disappearing behind the door, she turns to you with concern in her eyes once more.
You do promise you won't tell anyone what you saw, right?
Promise. You'll never tell a soul except for Tizia's. Except for Tiz. Just as Stelsa slips into the room, the handle of the front door turns once more. She looks more drained than she did earlier. You don't even remember seeing her leave the apartment. She must have slipped out while you absorbed in the journal. You give her a little wave and Tizia's respond with a pained exhale. She flops down on the couch next to you. What's up? Is everything okay?
Do I look okay?
Point! Yeah, no, she really doesn't. Did she have a rough pale session with Daria or something? God damn it, why? Looks irritated.
No, I just needed some alone time.
Oh, well, maybe she needs a pale session then.
What part of I haven't seen Daria since Ascension? Do you not
Okay,
understand?
Does the same fucking conversation happen? Did I just waste a lot of time? Fuck.
I can't just go talk to her. I'll probably never talk to her again.
Oh god. You thought haven't seen Daria meant she hadn't, like, seen her in person, but why? She calls Malik just fine.
It's for the safety of the rebellion. When I ascended, I had to make a choice.
Yeah, the
I
exact...
could either leave the rebellion forever and be a good little cog in the legal machine.
The
keep all my
exact
contacts from the planet.
conversation. So it's either... Oh! So it's either you skip... It's either you skip the moment where you learn that... It's either you skip the knowledge of... That literal choice was basically skipping learning that Stelsa is also against the Empire. Holy shit. Because I feel like the exact same conversation we had in the closet with Tiz is about to happen.
Or
because that was the
become
exact
an
same.
indispensable part of the revolution.
Yeah.
But
It's the same
never
fucking
talk to
voice
anyone
lines.
Again. The choice was obvious. I thought I'd be fine. I'd only been Moirails with Daria for a sweep at that point, and it's not like I was dying without one before. And it was fine at first. But the work up here gets so soul-crushing, and I can't really and just...
Okay. You apologize and make your way over to the kitchen area to give her some space. Fuck! Tizia's is miserable up here. There's gotta be a way for her to leave the Astitia, even if it means leaving her rebellion behind. Oh fuck. You hear a faint conversation coming from Stelsa's bedroom door. She seems to be arguing with whatever supervisor she mentioned earlier. Despite her love for organization and bureaucracy, she's definitely not happy up here either. Both Tiz and Stels are living a lie and they're suffering for it. You can't let them keep doing this. Whose illusion will you break? Okay, I'm gonna save here. Yeah, fuck you. I already did that one. Oh, I feel like it makes more sense for Tiz because Tiz thinks that Stelsa is a loyalist, but we know that's not true. We know. Yeah, I'm gonna do Tiz. And she you tap Tiz on the shoulder and she glares at you.
What? What is it?
Hold on. Okay. You ask if it's okay if to talk for a minute. Tizia says.
Sure, I guess.
So, it sucks up here.
Yup. Took you long enough to notice.
Like, really sucks. If she absolutely sure she won't reconsider your offer to take her off planet.
Like I said, I'm needed here. Give me one reason why I should abandon the cause I've spent sweeps fighting for to leave for some mythical paradise.
She perks up.
What do you mean?
You're talking to everyone. You're taking everyone. Or everyone you physically can, at least. You're sure Daria misses Tizzy as much as she is missing her. So it shouldn't be too hard to convince her to come, right?
You do realize she's in pretty deep too, right?
What if we just take all the rebellious?
Or at least I think she is? Fuck. It's been so long, I have no idea if she's even still in contact with Malik and the others.
Even if she's in too deep, you know you'll be able to convince her. And if Tiz leaves the Eustacia, she'll be able to contact Daria and help you convince her too.
Holy shit. Wait, no. I'm doing too much important work up here. What would I tell Malik?
Bring Malik. Tell him it's for her mental health. Malik isn't gonna force her to do anything she doesn't want to. He's a nice guy. He knows what it's like to feel helpless.
I guess he has been trying to get me to take a break. But that's a break. That's me taking a week away from my burner husk, not leaving the cause entirely. What would the rest of the rebels do if I wasn't here as a failsafe? What could they do without me?
She knows she's a failsafe. Convince them all! Like you said, you want to take everyone. You know Malik would be interested in leaving Alternia. That was like his dream when you first met him. And like you said before, there's a ton of causes to help fight for on Earth. In some ways, it's almost as bad as it is here.
Really? So you're trying to get me to leave my position for somewhere that sucks just as bad?
But it's not death. It kind of is, but
And if
that's not what you meant.
everyone in the rebellion came to your magic safe haven, what would the people we're fighting for do? I'm not just doing this because I feel like I owe Malik something. You know I actually want to make a difference.
Yes, I know that. Work remotely. Does she have to do the stuff from up here? You bet you could bust some wormhole between the two universes and sneak some Wi-Fi between the two, letting her still communicate with Malik and the other rebels. If she's really concerned about the Empire tracing her, maybe she could use a VPN or something. That's the dumbest fucking argument I've ever heard. There were a bunch.
Did you forget what I do up here? I shred the paper trail. I can't do that unless I have the records in my hands. Also, what?
Point.
VPN? You think that'll protect anyone against the Empire?
Yes.
You have no idea the hoops we have to jump through here.
Fuck. Bring the records. What if she went into the records beforehand and just took a bunch? That would be a fun last act for the rebellion against the Eustacia. Or if you wanted to be really badass, you could light them on
Do
fire.
you think I'm an idiot? I may have no sense of self-preservation when it comes to my mental health, but I'm not gonna throw myself in that kind of danger. And light shit on fire? On a fucking spaceship? The whole ship would be blown to pieces.
Oh no, it's raining. Jokes. Alright, you're just an idea guy here. You're sure you can think of something else?
Look, I know you're trying to help, but this is really not what I need right now.
Alright, you get it. You'll give her some space. Tizia pauses.
You're just gonna try again in a couple hours, aren't you?
You nod slowly. You can't lie to her, especially when it would be such a blatant lie.
You should leave then. You should have a couple hours before the rest of the ship wakes up. You'll be fine. There's an escape pod around the area where we came in. I'm sure you'll be able to find it.
But she's still suffering. You can't just leave her like this. Tizia gives you an exhausted glare. You can't argue with her. You make your way out the door, leaving a river of tomorrow's pain in your wake. Oh, end! Ah! Fuck! Look at fucking... Also, no detail. This is only on the... Or the color's only on the front. The council will see you now. Oh, we have a fucking witch of light? Your vision floods white. Fuck, you didn't even notice this time. What are you doing here? Muse of light. You may not have died, but you clearly need a do-over. Not all fatal mistakes end in death. You're not sure if you'd considered failing to convince Tizias to leave the revolution is what you call fatal. Oh, but it is. Both of them are miserable. And something needs to change. You know that as well as we do. It's not an impossible task. You just need to appeal to what matters most to them. You might want to consider changing your approach, though. Changing your approach? You don't have all the information you need to make this easy. Like we said, it's not impossible. But you want to get the two of them out as soon as possible. You might want to consider approaching it from the other side. Are you sure? Convincing Stelsa to become a rebel sounds near impossible. Just think about what you know. There's a missing key to the path you must go down. You can break the lock if you want, but the path of least resistance is always the option. Go on, give it another try. We'll be here to catch you if you fall. What you lose it? Let's try Tizias again. Let's try Stealth. Okay. You make your way to the bedroom door and give it a cautious knock. Hey, hey, Stealth. You enter to find Stealth hurriedly typing away on her husk-top desk littered with papers.
I'm so sorry you have to see me like this. I just got a call from my boss. I'm very behind, and unfortunately I have very little time to talk.
There's no way she could push her work back for a couple minutes, is there?
Not a chance. Mr. Argent needs this paperwork before the evening shift begins, and I can't let him down.
Well, what would happen if she did let him down? Stelsa stops her frantic typing to look at you.
Why? That would cause complete and total chaos. If the paperwork isn't ready, then the next stage of trial prep can't commence. And if trial prep isn't going forward, it gets delayed and creates a clog in the legal machine, and we can't have that. When the higher-ups hear about who caused said clog, all fingers point to me, and I'll be put on a cull list for sure. It's best to just do what I'm told.
How is that okay? Doesn't the fact that she could be put to death for not finishing paperwork on time make her angry?
Well, yes, but emotions like that aren't very productive.
I like where she's coming from. Emotions are weakness. But what if they could be productive? She could use that anger to do something powerful. She could use that anger to fuel real change, just like Stenia did. Stelsa freezes, her eyes blown wide open.
I thought I told you to forget about what you read in that journal.
You see, okay, yeah, I brought up Stenia. Nope, can't do that. This is part of Stelsa's lineage, and you won't let her forget it. This woman Stelsa admires, whose journal is helping her learn about who she is and could be, was an anti-empire protest organizer. That's not the kind of thing that can be easily forgotten.
Like I said before, if anyone ever finds out about where I come from, I could be culled on sight. We both need to pretend we never saw anything.
And that sucks! Doesn't that make her angry? She needs to let herself rage! She needs to go to a fucking metal concert and just go fucking batshit! Stelsa sighs and pinches the nose of her bridge. What?
I'm not sure what you're trying to get me to do here. Sure, I could rage, but it would only get me culled. Yes, the system is flawed. Yes, I'm tired of constantly living in fear of my own past. But there's nothing that can be done about it.
Yes, there is. Rage Against the Machine. That works too well. Of course there is. There's always a way to make change.
How do you propose I use this anger to make real change? Preferably without facing the same horrible fate of my ancestor.
Become your ancestor. You think for a moment. Oh fuck, I'm gonna need my hand. Join a rebel group! You know, there are other people out there that are just as frustrated with her at their superiors as she is. And they're there to protect each other. Fuck off! If she's really unhappy with the way things are on the Justitia, there are people she could talk to about that.
Are you suggesting I join?
Join a rebel group! Stelsa leans in and close and whispers.
A rebel group?
It's just tiny fucking caps! Yeah! She doesn't even have to do anything dangerous. The first step towards making things a little better is connecting with others who want to do the same.
Are you insane? Do you know the kind of negative attention that would bring? Do
No!
you know how many sleepless days I've had worrying about Zizi and what would happen if whatever group she's a part of gets caught? I can't do it. It's just too dangerous.
But think of the people you can meet. The things you could finally feel comfortable talking about.
What could I possibly need to talk about so much that it's worth risking my safety?
Judaism! Stelsa mentioned earlier that she didn't want to mention the journal to anyone. And you know why now. But if Stelsa could find a community that could... I wish Judaism was part of that line! God damn, I wish Judaism was part of that. Think of all the things she could learn about her own lineage. Stelsa's eyes widened.
That's not possible. There's nobody who I can trust to show the journal to. It was risky enough to show it to you, and I'm starting to really regret that decision.
You could show it to nobody except a rebel group!
And even if I talked to a few people about it, what could they possibly do to help? There is no Alternian Jewish community anymore.
None that she knows of. But that doesn't mean they don't exist. She's not gonna find a community that's been heavily prosecuted by the Empire just floating around on Chitter. But you know people who can do some digging. Malik is a hacking genius. You bet he'll be able to find all kinds of information about Alternian Jewish communities. And those traditional songs in the journal she couldn't read. You're sure Tizzy's old bandmates are part of the rebellion. They'd totally be able to decipher sheet music for her. Even without all that, wouldn't it just be nice to be able to talk through all this with new people while she learns about where she comes from?
I suppose it would, wouldn't it? I've showed the journal to Zizi plenty, but she only knows as much about this as I do. Maybe a non-teal perspective really would help me learn more about Stenya.
Exactly! This would be good for her. You start tugging on her sleeve. Come on!
Stop!
No! Why? You freeze in place and Stelsa clears her head with a breath.
This isn't right. I am where I am meant to be. My entire life's work has led up to my assignment on the Justitia. It's such a privilege for me to be here. Why would I throw that away?
Because she's unhappy? And that's enough of a reason to walk away from anything?
Plenty of people are unhappy. Almost everyone I know is unhappy. That isn't enough of a reason to throw my safety and everything I've worked for in the garbage.
Salsa rubs her temples and turns away. Damn, you thought you were close to a breakthrough!
I'll tell you what. Give me one good reason. One genuinely convincing reason why I should abandon the Justitia, and I'll go.
Let's see. What are the options? It would make Tiz happy. She knows about Tizzy's involvement with in the rebellion, right?
Unfortunately. I've been trying to avoid the topic for years, but yes.
And Tizzy has tried to get her to join the conversation about it, right?
Of course. She's left plenty of pamphlets laying haphazardly around the hive over the sweeps. They aren't bad ideas. I've never disagreed with her. just think she's being reckless and unsafe.
Can't you see how badly Tizius wants her to join her in being reckless and unsafe?
And can't you see how badly I want her to stop? Zizi has never been good at self-preservation. Her sleep schedule is atrocious. She forgot to eat throughout all of Tagora's wedding festivities. And ever since she swapped out water for coffee, I'm pretty sure she stopped peeing. How am I supposed to trust her on such a dangerous choice? I'm sorry, I can't do it.
It's in her blood. Grab the bullet journal, flipping it through the freshly retaped forbidden section. Once again, you break the seal. You flip to the protest map spread. Stelsa still admires Stenya, right? Even with the illegal activities.
Well,
she says to herself, she says so herself, that the only reason she taped up those sections was because she was scared someone would find out who she's related to. Air, fuck. Air went down my throat into my stomach and not my lungs. But the protests themselves, they're not a problem, is it? That's not a problem, is it? Stelsa shakes her head.
The first time I saw the protest map, I was filled with an undeniable dread.
Fuck.
But every time I've looked at it since, I've been more and more impressed. Organizing a protest must take an extreme level of management skill, and the fact that this was all done on paper is even more impressive. But what astounds me the most is the insurmountable courage this must have taken. She was brave enough to stand on the front lines and risk her life for something she believed in. I can't even muster the courage to ask Mr. Argent if I can implement a more efficient type of spreadsheet at work.
But you can! See? Well, if Stenya could have that courage, why can't she?
I'm a coward. Isn't that obvious? My whole life has been dedicated to doing exactly what was expected of me, just for a guarantee of safety. And more it feels like that's not a guarantee anymore.
The last shred of Stelsa's professional demeanor snaps, and she slumps over. You rush and put your hands on hers. If she's willing to take just a little leap, just one tiny step in the direction of danger, she'll be surprised how courageous she can be. And most importantly, she'll be able to be herself for once. Not the organizational machine she was trained to be, but the real Stelsa Sezyak. Stelsa straightens up and takes a breath.
Okay. I think I know what I need to do.
She takes the journal from your hand, opens it, stands up, and does a little shake off to shrug the negative emotions before opening the bedroom door. Fuck yes! Sorry, I'm excited. The two of you ooh, there's a chitter notification. Who is it from? If it's from Zebra, I'm going to kill someone. Who's it from? Who's it from? Tiz? It was from Tiz. The two of you step out of the bedroom to find Tizius sprawled out on the couch.
Zizi, we need to talk.
Fuck.
I know this is something I've avoided talking about for a while. It's pretty far out of my comfort zone. But I can't kid myself any longer.
Please don't draw it up like this. Just say it. You're leaving me for the new timeline.
I want to join the rebellion.
What?
That's funny. That's funny.
I know you're part of some rebel group. I don't know what you do or how involved you are, but I want to join you.
Tizius turns to you, mouth agape.
What did you say to her?
You shrug. All you did was point out some stuff in her journal, and the rest fell into place.
Her journal?
My ancestor was a protest leader. She documented everything she did, including the protests. I tried to cover it up, just in case someone tried to connect me to her crimes, but this one here really is quite the detective.
Stelsos hands Tizia the book, untaped pages, wide open. Tizia flips through a couple of them delicately.
Your ancestor was the Scrivener.
The what?
Stelso looks just as confused as you do. Tizia's almost bouncing with
The
excitement.
Scrivener. She was the leader of a brief revolutionary movement based around protesting forced ascension. It was snuffed out really quickly, so there's not that much info about it. But your ancestor was so thorough with documenting everything that I found a couple of her protest guides in my research. Nothing this complete, though.
You know things about Stenya that I don't? You need to tell me everything. I've tried to look her up in Legis Corpus records before, but they've basically wiped her from history. The only thing I could find about her is that she was eventually arrested and tried by some legislacerator known as the Diligent.
Yup, the Diligent. Otherwise known as Tenia Entic.
No! No. Ancestors. No. Not the ancestor. No, not the ancestor drama.
What? You...
There's a reason I was never into ancestor worship.
Wow. There is some crazy fate shit going on here. You watch as Stelsa stunned stammers turn into laughter. The two of them, oh no. Triza. Talk to your local recruiters about serving the Empire. It's fucking mandatory. The two of them make their way over to the couch and flip through more pages
I
together.
still can't believe I'm doing this. How are we even going to get off the Eustacia in the first place?
Don't worry, I've got this all figured out. Believe me, I've got like a dozen escape plans lying around here. This will be easy. We just gotta join Tagora when he makes his way back to Gallic's ship. We'll wait there until Malik can send us transport down to Alternia. Then we can hide out in Everdim or something, or maybe...
Tizia freezes, realization smacking her in the face.
Holy fuck. I'm gonna get to see Daria again.
Well, if we do hide in the caverns, I suppose.
No, you don't understand. I haven't so much as texted Daria since Ascension. It's been a sweep and a half.
Tizia envelops Stelsa in a hug.
Thank you so much.
Stelsa squeezes back. They look expectantly at you.
Well, since you were so adamant on me joining the rebellion, I assume you'll be joining us too?
Hell yes. No. No! Fuck. Actually, she does. Does she have any idea how you can get off the Eustacia?
There's a line of escape pods by the docking bay we came in on. You should be able to find your way there, no problem.
You don't know about no problem, but you'll try your
You might
best.
want to hurry though. Work starts in a couple hours, and you don't want to risk getting caught.
Hell yeah. Oh shit, well, guess it's a goodbye for now. You hope you'll see them again before leaving Alternia for good. You all give a final wave before you slip through the door. You can already hear them flipping through the journal again as you leave. Yeah! Look at them! Look at them! Look at them! Look how adorable that is. Yay! Hello? Are we back? Are we back? I just reloaded the page of Twitch. I'm mad. Hello? How far behind is it? Is it very behind? It's just loading? Okay, maybe it's not behind, but I'm pissed. Continue to the next volume. This route contains content warnings for depiction and discussion of state institutional violence, depiction and discussion of death, depiction of blood, being stalked/hunted, and this route has action sequences. Player discretion is advised. Who are we? Oh. Oh. This volume and several others use action sequences which might not function on low-end machines. No, I want to play them. I want to see how they'll play. The trip down from the Justitia to Alternia is a bumpy one. And you're starting to feel more like a little bit sick in your stomach. But it's also giving you a chance to be alone with your thoughts for the first time in a while. It's not that it doesn't make sense that things would have changed in the past few years. It's that you weren't ready for the ways they've changed. You weren't ready to see just how much of your friends are really hurting for the realization that they were all condemned to an inescapable fate before, and now their fate has come to pass. You don't like thinking like this, but you're having a hard time remaining optimistic. After what happened on the Justitia, after the way that you were forced to confront the reality of the system on a scale you couldn't even imagine, right now, you're ready to settle in and figure out what's happening down on Alternia. Surely some of your friends will still be around. You figure you can find the Jade Caverns easily enough. Oh, it's Jade, not Olive. No, wait, no, it is Olive. And then you go from there. It's not a good plan, you admit, but it's all you've got. You're worried. Worried that you might have just signed the death warrants for 2 of your friends. You're not trying to sound melodramatic about it, but you aren't completely convinced that the whole revolution thing is actually a viable solution on Alternia. More like a quick way to end up dead over nothing. You're thinking that it would be a natural progression to talk to Daria. If Tizias and Celso are going to be revolutionaries, then they're going to need comrades in arms. And you aren't about to just randomly start asking strangers if they want to destroy the Empire. Well, you kind of did do that before, but you're a changed friend-shaped entity. You're no more randomly soliciting folks to do a rebellion without checking to see if they're down first. Warning, flashing lights. There's the warning. At least one thing Homestuck's good in is content warnings. The good news is that you don't have to keep worrying about the far-reaching consequences of your own actions for much longer. The bad news is that it's because it's the collision proximity alert that's going off. You struggle to find some way to control the pod. It really doesn't seem like this thing was designed for manual flight, which seems like a serious oversight in retrospect. You need to speak to the manufacturer if you get out of this alive. Oh man, this seems like... Hey, remember the beginning when we crash landed and broke a rib? Oh, I stopped reading. Well, at least you aren't dead. The world swims in front of you, coming in and out of focus, all around. The escape pods view screens blare an incoherent static at you. Hey, what's on Chitter? Outward! Some of us didn't want to be a fucking military commander when we grew up. Malik. You ever oh wait. That was 4 hours ago, Jesus. Ardata. Fuck Ardata. The world swims. Oh yeah. Your head is throbbing with pain where it collided with the side of your seat. You'll say this much about the quality of Imperial tech. The hatch on the escape pod only came off a little bit when you landed on the planet. And you're alive, which wins this experience an extra star on Grelp, or whatever the equivalent vaguely referential analog to human experiences is. Trolley Yelp. It doesn't seem like anything on you is broken or misplaced, and you're only bleeding a little bit, but it would probably be a good idea to try to get out of here and escape the pod before it catches on fire or something. Struggling against the safety restraints, you manage to pull yourself free and locate the emergency release for the door. You pull the lever down and the door blasts off its hinges and lands nearby. Immediately light streams into the escape pod, flooding the dim interior. Where am I? Well, you're definitely on Arturnia. That's good, at least. For a second there, you were worried that you were going to land on some kind of weird spaceship or something. The bad news is that you could already see dawn light. And it's not... Oh, yeah. And it won't be very long before the light of the Arturnian sun gets too much for your sensitive non-rainbow drinker skin. Your hoodie might be fashionable, but smell faintly of sandalwood, but it is not even close to enough to keep you safe when the sunlight hits in full effect. With a groan, you pull yourself up out of the hatch, landing softly on the ground. A wide swath of freshly turned dirt traces out from where your pod landed, and you figure you'll just kind of start walking in the direction and see what happens. What? Okay, this is interesting. For some reason, things look different. You're not sure how to put it into words, but everything just has a strange symbolic vibe to it. Hey, you! Yeah, the person who's playing the game? Fuck. I know this probably isn't what you're expecting from a Ren'Py game, but it's very intuitive. You can still use your mouse to point and click around. You could use the gamepad or keyboard too, but I wouldn't recommend it personally. If you've got any questions, there's a help section you can check out. You blink. You must have spaced out there for a second. You can't keep wasting time like this. Daylight is coming. Okay, get over here. Not far away, you can see a series of low walls made in some pinkish stone. You could probably use those as a shelter from the sunlight in a pinch. Good to know. Oh. But I have to go this way. Look at me. Where on Arturnia you are, but okay. Not that you're an expert, but you did spend a few months here. You're pretty sure you set the escape pod coordinates correctly. By all rights, you should have landed within walking distance of the Jade Caverns. But this doesn't look right at all. For one thing, you don't remember it being so barren. It almost remembers the area around Skyla's ranch, but something is subtly off about it. You're really sweating now. The sun is starting to break in full effect over the horizon. You better find shelter quickly. Wait a minute. Quick time events. Possible blood. Something feels off. Move. Oh, shit. You aren't dead. You're closing your eyes so tightly it hurts. You aren't dead. You're closing your eyes so tightly it hurts. Someone's shooting at you. You're not sure where, but someone is definitely shooting at you. From the sound of the gunfire, it sounds like a sniper A sniper is somewhere down towards the large, ominous-looking series of buildings in the distance. You don't remember this from the last time you were on Arturnia. Move. Fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck shit. This is really solidly in the bad things category. Not only are you being shot at, but the sun is just about the point where it's going to really start hurting. your spot being this stone wall provides a little bit of shelter and cover, but it's not going to last very long. Either you're going to fry out in the sun, or there's going to be an angle of you to shoot you. Angle on you and shoot you. Neither of those are great. Is a great outcome. Move. Okay, shit. You can see a series of walls leading towards the base in the distance, and then it looks like the terrain got rough and rocky. You think that there's maybe a chance if you can make it a little bit further down, there might actually be somewhere you could hide where you won't die. Oh, action sequence. Okay, I gotta get ready. Crack. 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 Okay, there we go. And if you're being honest with yourself, not dying is basically the only thing on your mind right now. Okay. You can't stay in one place for long. Okay. Oh shit. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. I don't care. Go, 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 go. Get over here. Get down. Get. Okay. I'm just skipping. There. Can I... You rush up to the mouth of a cave and dash forward, taking the last few feet in the air as you dive straight in. The sound of the sniper's bullet hitting the ground next to you barely registers as you tumble headlong down the rocky slope of a cave. After a series of painful tumbles, you wind up lying on the floor of the dark cave. Well, this kind of sucks. But then again, you're not gonna lie. This is pretty on brand as far as things have been going lately. At least down here, you're safe from the Alternian sunlight and the sniper fire. Right now, that's about the best you can hope for. So you settle in and wait for nightfall, and hope things will improve once the sun goes down.
I'm telling you, ain't a thing out here.
Skyla! Chixie! My single is now number 5 on the charts on Slaughterfly. I mix Fox Mom so fucking much. I hope she's doing okay out there on her own. Alec. It keeps saying that he has an update, but it doesn't. Wish I could have did a collab with Chixie, but it ain't in the cards. Oh. Marvis. Zebra, fuck off. Selling offers. Wouldn't the Legis Corpus? Wouldn't want the Legis Corpus to catch wind where you're at. What's selling uppers? Oh. Oh, then Skyla. Okay.
Well then, you can shut the fuck up. We'll finish looking around and then we can go back in.
Conule!
So much, I just want to shut your mouth.
Oh wait, no, I remember who Polypa is. Conule is the buff woman.
I'll bet you do.
You didn't even notice when you fell asleep. Turns out that suffering from intense and constant trauma left you more than a little bit exhausted. The good news is that it's dark outside, and you recognize those voices you hear outside the cave. Skyla and Conule will be able to help you out. They might have been a little annoyed the last time. but at least Skyla seemed to worry about you. You just pop on out. You'll just pop on out, figure out where on Alternia you are, and then figure out how to get to the Jade Caverns from there. Oh shit. Something tells you that you're not on Alternia.
What in the Empress's name is wrong with you coming back here like this?
Not my fault. I crashed. Again.
I thought I was clear that it's not safe for you to be here.
Hey. Oh, hey, it's Skyla. You wave cheerfully, although the response is somewhat frosty glare. Don't worry about it. You're not even on the kill list anymore.
You absolute idiot. Do you have any idea where you are?
Is that the original voice for the old Carcat Tumblr? Is that the voice from the Carcat Tumblr? I wouldn't doubt it. You shake your head. You kind of thought you were back on Alternia, but it seems like something went wrong. You appear to be on some kind of moon, maybe? Honestly, it's pretty similar to Alternia.
You're on an Alternian army training satellite.
Ah. What now? Skyla sighs and rolls her eyes.
It's like a big fake moon designed to simulate combat conditions found on the frontier worlds.
You're next to an active army base, you dumbass. Do you know what they'll do when they find you?
She laughs and you shrug. You're not really sure, honestly. All of a sudden, Kanyel's face softens.
I'm sorry about them shooting at you. It happens sometimes.
Oh yeah, if you had if you had an Imperial Kager for every time someone shot at you, you'd probably have at least 10 Imperial Kagers.
That's not a lot at all. That analogy sucks.
Okay, but none of that stuff is important. What is important is that you know how to get them away from this place. Well, maybe not exactly right this second, but you have a general plan for getting everyone back to somewhere safe.
Yeah, well, what if some of us don't want to be safe? You ever stop to consider how we really feel?
Yes, that's why I'm asking. How do you feel?
Stop it, Connell. You're being a bulge eater.
And look at her face.
You fucking wish.
Okay, this pitch dynamic between the two is super great and all, and not at all uncomfortable in the slightest. But aren't they interested in hearing more about your awesome plan?
You're not gonna leave, are you?
Nope, my pod crashed. Plus, even if I wanted to, which you don't think you physically could.
Fine. We're going back to the barracks. You wanna come, go for it.
Just keep your head down. Anyone gets suspicious, you're gonna look stupid. Also, you'll get shot.
Ah, yeah, that sounds like a probably good plan.
We're heading back now. Don't fall behind.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you don't want to be out here by yourself.
Why'd you actually come back anyway?
You already explained this to her. You wanted to help your friends.
What makes you think we need help?
Is she kidding? Look at this place.
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
As you're walking, Skyla pulls you off to the side quickly. She looks around to check sure there's no one close enough to hear what she's about to say.
Look, I know she's being a bitch right now, but there's a reason for it.
Was she being a bitch? You hadn't noticed.
Sure. In a way, she's just been upset lately because of her Lucis. They took her away to start training her for military operations.
Gross. Wait, what? Why would they do that?
Because Connell's Lucis is really good at the kind of shit they need. Is that enough of a reason?
Well, sure, but also, has she considered burning this shit to the ground? Kanye will burn this shit to the ground. Getting the fuck out of here with her Lucius? Ooh, I don't know. I guess save over this because I don't need it anymore. Burn this shit to the ground. Skylar eyes you carefully, scanning you up and down.
I feel like you're getting ahead of yourself. Besides, Connell doesn't want anything to do with that. Let's go.
Okay, I want to see what the answer to this is.
I feel like you're getting ahead of yourself.
Okay, it's the exact
Besides,
same.
Connell doesn't want.
Move by click the left mouse. Attack with the right mouse or X. Skya and Kanye only. I just walked. Why was that a thing? I want to see. L-word. Oh, Skyla. Weird. After walking for what feels like an absurdly long time, you finally make your way inside of the perimeter of the army base. Sure enough, the other trolls just kind of ignore you. You're guessing they've seen Stranger Things. But Tiss. You're a little worried that someone might see the cerulean symbol on your chest and have additional questions, but so you try your best to stay low.
Okay, you fucks. We're here. By the way, I heard what you said about my Lucis. Maybe try minding your own business instead of worrying about mine.
Kanye, shut the fuck up. Kanye stalks off towards a low building nearby that you assume is some kind of barrack. Well, now you're feeling pretty embarrassed.
Come on, let's go.
Skyla starts to walk towards. I'm glad. Oh my god, I'm glad they made her more like have a slight southern drawl, because I feel like everybody who ever like read out her dialogue, especially me, gave her a southern drawl. It's just, look at her. That's south. That's like fucking. This is Peach Trees of Georgia right here. Kanye see. Wait. Well, wait a minute. Skyla walks towards the barracks when you stop her. Wait a minute. Kanye seemed pretty annoyed with you, and you're not sure if it would be wise to disturb her.
I'm going in to set my ass down after being on day shift. You want to stay out here until one of the drones finds you? Be my guest.
Oh shit, yeah, drones! Your mind flashes back to the low, heavy sound from when you first ran into Skyla and Kanye during your whirlwind tour of Alternia. Maybe you don't actually want to wait to find out what that was. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Inside the building, you realize that you've been here before. When you first saw Skyla and Kanye when you came back to Alternia. A series of bunks line in a room. It doesn't escape your notice that these bunks are not Recrupercoons.
Yeah, you think we rate Recrupercoons here in the army? You're out of your mind.
Kanye acknowledges that you two with an angry nod.
So you didn't learn how to leave people alone?
You live in a barrack.
Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been talking about your Lucis. I just wanted them to understand where you're coming from.
Well, I'm doing fucking fine. That's where I'm coming from, okay?
I swear that is the voice actor for the Tumblr Carcat. That's Carcat Tumblr. Tumblr Carcat. That seems like it might be charitably described as a complete lie. Without another word, Kanye huffs and turns to walk out of the barracks.
I don't need to be here. I'm going out for a walk.
She makes sure to slam the door on the way out. Well, shit. Saving. I want to see if there's a difference. If you learn something by going after I'm gonna stay and talk to Skyla. You just stand there as Kanye storms out of the barracks and looks silly. Something that you've become increasingly adept at as time goes on. Next, you know, Skyla shrugs and turns to walk towards her bunk.
Fuck it. She'll be back soon enough.
She sits down, and the noise of the canvas cot creaks in the still quiet of the barracks. Sitting down, Skyla opens an eye level. Skyla's about on eye level with you now. She frowns.
So, we never really got to talking much before, did we?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. You got a lot to tell her. So much to catch up on. You had powers, and then you lost your powers, and then you helped with the show trial and crashed an escape pod. You've been really busy lately.
I guess you have, huh?
She doesn't really seem to want to talk in the sense of general catching up. There's maybe something specific that she wants to talk to you about.
Maybe. It's just that you showing up again got me thinking a bit, actually.
She glances around the barrack nervously. There's a couple other trolls sitting and lying down on cots, mostly keeping to themselves in the corner. A pair of bronze bloods engaging in somewhat heated conversation about arena stickball. You can't help but notice that they're all looking a little... what's a nice way to say it? Gaunt? You're guessing the Alternian army isn't great, you know, feeding people properly. Sure, you say. The fresh air will do you some good. Skyla makes sure to check carefully for anyone else before she leans in to talk to you again. And now her voice has a sense of urgency to it.
When you showed up before, you said you were here to get us out. Is that the honest truth?
Yes. You actually did mean it. But there's a little bit of an issue with your powers, and you know. And you
That's
know...
the other thing. How'd you just appear in front of us like that? Ain't no blood color has those kind of powers.
It's not really a blood thing as much as a, you know what? You're not actually sure why you have these powers. Problem is, you don't have them anymore. Also, an immensely powerful near god might be a little ticked off that you're back. You're not sure that on the last one he hasn't showed up lately, but you get the lingering sense that he's out there watching you.
Sounds like your plate's been heaped pretty full, but look, I got something to ask you.
Was it?
Can you keep a secret?
Hell yeah. You got something to say? You were gonna say something cheery and enthusiastic, but the look on her face suggests that she wouldn't appreciate it. It wouldn't be appropriate, not appreciated. Instead, you nod solemnly.
Thing is, I've been thinking a bit about how to get out of here already.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. That sounds actually pretty dangerous given to what you've seen so far.
Yeah, well, that's why I ain't exactly been advertising the fact. Not even Connell knows. When I came here, I thought maybe it'd be fun.
She laughs. You carefully mention the fact that the idea of seeing anything related to this is potentially fun seems a little bit unbelievable. Real! Fucking army recruiters are cultists. Preying on young minds. Trying to get them to join the army. Saying like, oh yeah, it's a fun time. You'll get to travel the world. You get to travel the world and meet cool people. By meeting, I mean killing. Bunch of innocent people. Fun. Travel of the world, aka one place. Maybe two. If you stay long enough. If you live long enough. Dead ass. Wow, the is the Alternian army is similar to the Earth army. There is not a lot of differences between Alternia. It's just that the way that fucker Andrew Hussey set shit up is that Alternia is basically a proper clone of Earth in every stance, but they have murder. They have murder legal. Murder is legal. As in a proper punishment. The death penalty is the only penalty.
You don't get it. I was raised up on all the old adventure shows. Beck Rogers, Flash Gordon, all the rest.
I'm curious, is Beck Rogers a real one? Because Flash Gordon is a real one. Nope, Beck Rogers is just a name, but Flash Gordon is a real name. Yeah, it's a real movie. Flash Gordon is a 1936 science fiction serial presented in 13 chapters. This is the first screen adventure for Flash Gordon, the comic strip character created by Alex Raymond in 1934. Starring Gene Rogers. That's funny that they specifically mentioned Flash Gordon.
They always made it sound like the army could be this big adventure. Fighting pirates out in deep space, battling horrible aliens that want to conquer Alternia. And I guess a part of me knew that maybe that wasn't all the way true, but I figured maybe it's at least most of the way true.
She's crying, no! She shrugs and her eyes go turned downwards. You feel a little stabbing sensation in your heart.
Get here and
She waves around, pointing at the buildings looming
it's
around
not what I
you.
expected. Worse than that. They're fucking monsters.
Yep, real army. You don't really see how she couldn't see that to begin with. Skyla glares at you.
Easy for you to say. You didn't see the rustlers coming every day to try and take everything that mattered to you. And every video serial you could get your hands on, saying the army was there to protect folk like you. You sit
Point!
with that long enough as a wriggler, it's all you know.
Point! Point! What about all the culling? What about the brutality?
So what? It's like that for everyone. Just the way things are here.
Why don't you
But
try to
this was
change
a chance
shit?
to maybe take people from it. Just to
Oh, shoot, sorry. She leans back, throwing her face in the shadow cast by the building. You can't quite tell, but it looks like she's starting to cry. And she's also pissed that you cut her off.
look. I ain't got time for this right now, okay? We can talk on it later.
No, don't cry. Skyla, I love you. Skyla. Skyla. Quietly, Skyla pushes her way around you and back into the barracks, her head bent low, and you can't help but worry about her. She really doesn't seem to want to be here, but you're getting the distinct sense that she feels completely trapped by it. I just turned southern. You stand there for a few minutes before you catch a sight of the annoyed-looking Kanyu. Storming towards the building, you're about to ask what's wrong. One glare from her is enough to kill the idea where it stands. Instead, you watch as she stomps past you and slams her way inside the barracks. Cautiously, you push open the door to the barracks, and you're pleasantly surprised to see that no one is currently being attacked by anyone. Instead, Kanyul is sitting on the bed next to Skyla, grumbling to herself and balling up her fists.
It isn't fair. He wouldn't even tell me why I can't see her.
Is because there's a sexy lady on this.
Okay, well, maybe they're doing some kind of special training or something? You ain't past qualification yet.
I know that. That doesn't make it suck less.
You walk up casually to the two of them and wave in an equally casual way. Just very casual all around.
You can always go back later. It's not like you're never gonna see her again.
Kanyul huffs at this, but she doesn't say anything. Finally, she nods and looks from Skyla over to you.
Okay, fine. I can wait. She's probably just gonna get some food and they'll take her out for training. I see them on the parade ground sometimes.
A smile spreads over her face, and you'll be damned if this isn't the most heartwarming thing to come out of the generally so soul-crushing experience that has been the Alternia Imperial system in the last few days. It's almost enough to make you forget, everything else. Oh. Your time to reflect on this is cut somewhat short, however, because the door to the barracks bang open, revealing a panicked Bronzeblood who mouths something that looks like the word inspection before hastily running to her bunk to straighten things out.
Fuck.
Fuck?
You need to get out.
Oh, yeah! She said
I
that
mean, you
before.
need to get out of the barracks. There's a commander coming through, or something. You get found here, you're fucking dead.
Where?
Don't care, go out the back.
Yeah, I should probably go now. Behind you, you could hear a flurry of activities as the Bronze and Olive Bloods rush to stow equipment and to fix their beds. You quickly slip out the back door and lean up against the side of the building. Inside, you can hear the bang of the barracks door slamming open. The next thing you hear makes no sense. A familiar voice. Ardata?
Officer on deck.
What? What is that voice? It's just Tagora. You have the overwhelming urge to run back into the barracks. You know this person. You can reason with her. Maybe explain the situation with Kanyul's mom? Maybe even talk to her about getting off of this base and going down to Alternia. But something inside of you tells that this isn't the right course of action. There's something else going on. There's someone else with her. Someone you didn't want to meet just yet. You shiver. And you don't know how you know any of this. Quickly, you head for the parade grounds, away from the barracks. Away from the ominous sense of wrongness that keeps creeping over everything. What was it that Skyla said to you? That they were play acting for the real thing on Alternia? Is that something she said to... Is that something she said to you? You're getting confused. Your head feels fuzzy. You don't feel so well.
Hey! Hey, you!
Yes!
Yeah, this makes perfect sense. Draw the short straw to go talk to the quartermaster. End up finding this idiot passed out in the middle of the base.
Yes. Yes.
Makes perfect
yes,
sense to
yes,
me.
Yes. 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 I remember her. I love her. It's the janitor. Wait, is that... Yes. Marsty.
That is my name. Congratulations. You've managed to retain a functional understanding of your acquaintances.
Yes, Marsty! Marsty! I love you. Doesn't she mean best friends?
Don't push it. What the hell are you doing here?
Wait a second. You're surprised she actually recognizes you. After all, you only spent a little bit of time together before it seemed like she was... And it seemed like she was more interested in making eyes at Foliook. More than anything. Foliook! I hate him. I hate his name more than anything.
Of course I remember you. It's the spindly arms.
Oh, is that really your most memorable trait?
Don't be stupid. Of course not. You're a fucking alien. You honestly thought I'd just forget about that?
Oh yeah.
Really? What are you doing here?
Currently, hiding from a super high blood inspection, you think? You're a little unclear on the specifics, but you feel like it would be a bad idea to hang around the Bronze and Olive barracks.
Well, come on. I'll show you the Rust barracks.
Yay! She motions with a hand and you follow her after her, keeping close to her in case something crazy happens.
You mind telling me how you even ended up here? I never could figure out what happened to you. Then, I heard something about an alien who got pulled from the cull lists a half cycle ago.
It's kind of a long story. You have a lot of cool alien powers now. You had a lot of cool alien powers, but a different, less cool alien took them away. That's a short version. You arrive at another set of barracks that's basically identical to the one Skylar and Kanya live in, except that this one has a bunch of Rustbloods milling around, chatting with each other and reading. No one really eyes you when you show up. A couple of the other soldiers wave to Marsty, who returns the gesture, and they mostly just ignore you.
Yeah, folks around here are good at ignoring weird stuff. It's easier that way.
Yep.
So, I've got a few minutes before I need to take this gravity module controller over to my ship. You mind telling me what's going on with you?
Oh yeah, that sounds really great, but actually you were kind of hoping that she could just tell you about her right now? Marcy scrunches up her mouth and shakes her head quickly.
You're just kind of always like this, huh? Well, I'm where I'm supposed to be right now.
She looks around at the barracks, smiles slightly. There's some sad in it. You mentioned that you've noticed that it's all the Rustbloods here.
Oh, yeah.
It's all
You're
Rustbloods
very
here.
perceptive.
Wow, thanks, Marcy. Thank you. Wait, she was being sarcastic.
Yeah, it's all Rustbloods, because we all get pulled for special training after our basic rotation.
She shrugs and doesn't elaborate, as if you just were supposed to know what any of that means. You remind Marcy that you're an alien who knows basically nothing about Alternian culture, much less the nuances of Alternian military structure.
It'd be easier to just show you, actually. Come on, let's go.
Makes sense. Without another word, Marcy stands up and leads you out of the Rustblood barracks and back to the airfield. As you're walking, you notice something you didn't before: a large drone rolling along its treads. So, what's the deal with drones? Marcy shakes her head.
Don't worry about it. Just don't get too close, okay? They might not understand that you're not a threat.
Wow, that's extremely ominous. Before you can properly explain to Marcy just how uncomfortable that particular piece of Alternian trivia makes you feel, she leads you down a row of sleek-looking aircrafts that are parked here.
Well, this
oh,
one's mine.
it's cool. Wait, what?
This is my ship. I feel like I was pretty direct about that. What part is still confusing?
Well, the part that she has a ship, for one.
Okay, technically it's mine
one.
in that I'm responsible for it and I'm assigned to fly it. I can't just take it out for a spin.
Why not? Marcy walks over and puts a hand on the side of the ship, smiling to herself. How did any of this happen? You thought that she was mostly about cleaning stuff, not flying spaceships. Marcy shrugs.
Yeah, that would have been great, but they have drones for cleaning. What they don't have drones for is the precision required for suborbital attack runs. So, here I am, me and the other Rustbloods.
Her tone is almost bitter, resentful. Is there something she wants to talk about?
No, not really. It's not a long story anyway. Conscripted and taken away from anyone or anything I cared about. Sent into the attack pilot training program. Owe the Empire a lifetime of service now. Good news is that the life expectancy of a newly minted pilot specialist is only about 2 sweeps, so it won't be for much longer.
What? That's horrible. Hasn't she ever considered just running away?
Of course I have. And then what? Leave everyone behind in exchange for what? A guided missile up the exhaust plume and then...
That's illegal. If you get caught leaving the army, you could be arrested. Same with like draft dodging or old shit. When there was a mandatory draft in the United States, there were people who tried to dodge it and they would be arrested because it was illegal. She makes a poof motion with her hand.
At least here, I've got people I can trust.
You can trust me. Oh, she means the other pilots and crew, like a family. Marcy squints at you and you have to remind yourself that they don't really have the same concept of family in Alternian society.
I think I understand your meaning well enough.
She sighs and slaps the side of the spaceship.
Fuck it. Let's go back to the barracks. I don't see the technician around anywhere. I'll have to wait for him to install this part, and I don't feel like standing out here.
Doesn't she ever wish she could get away from all of this? Get away from the Empire, from Alternia, from literally everything. Marcy doesn't answer right away. Instead, she looks up at you and narrows her eyes.
What are you saying, exactly? So I'm clear on this.
See, there's this thing. You got some powers. You're getting really used to the whole pitch by now. Had powers, you don't have powers. Gonna get those sweet, sweet powers back any day now. So, does she want to go home? Hive?
Are you out of your mind? This is the closest I'm getting to being back Hive these days.
Okay. But you could take her to a place where it's just better. You could take her somewhere that she doesn't have to worry about whatever horrible fate is in store for her if she keeps working for the army.
Excuse me, but what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you acting like you can make this decision for me?
Well, you see, you're not doing that. It's just, well...
Well, why should I trust you? You disappear for more than 2 sweeps and show up with nothing but wild claims of having some kind of magical powers. Can you see why I might be a little bit skeptical?
Point. Marcy sighs and motions for you to follow her. Back in the barracks, Marcy gestures to a soldier milling around. All of them are dressed in the same rough... Fuck.
The only reason any of this is worth it is because of these people. Maybe I can't fix things. Maybe this is a horrible position to be in, but at least I can try to keep them safe.
Oh, shit. Wait, what she's saying sounds so familiar. And then you realize she's basically saying the same things that you do!
Then you understand why I can't go with you.
But what if we bring them too? Just clump them up and put them in the timeline. Wait, you actually do understand. While you're in the process of having this intense personal revelation, one of the Rustbloods walks up to Marcy and says something in a voice low enough you can't really hear it. Marcy nods and turns back to you as the Rustblood walks away.
I've got something to do really quick. If you want to come with, I guess that's fine.
Oh yeah, you're definitely coming with her. Hanging out and being generally helpful is just something you love to do.
Huh. I would have gone with being annoying, but I guess we can work with that.
Bitch. I love you. Love Marsty. It takes about 10 minutes for Marsty to lead you to another building. Some kind of control tower? It looms above you, imposingly tall against the environment where everything else seems to be distinctly squat and nondescript. Excuse me. If you had to, you'd guess that this fills basically the same role as an airport control tower back on Earth, controlling flight paths and such. These are, however, a series of what definitely look like missiles positioned nearby.
Oh yeah, they're missiles.
With that fun new piece of terrifying Alternia trivia solidly in your brain, you walk up to the door and stop, turning back towards Marsty. So what are you doing here?
Well, I need to relieve someone monitoring comms. You can basically do whatever.
Comms? Fuck. I'm hallucinating. This isn't fun. This is not fun. I think I'm gonna end the stream. I just saw something move in the background in the darkness. Oh boy. I'm gonna... No. Revolution ending. Oh yeah. Save over it. So... Let's look at my story beats. That's not what I pressed. Okay, wait. Voices. 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 Oh, I haven't met whoever Bryce Hawkins' voice is. Tax cool. I need... Conule. Bucky Grant. I need to look up Bucky Grant. Oh, fuck you. Homestuck Wiki. It is. Is it? Wait. Wait.
So, June, did you pick meat or candy?
Dave? How did you know I was at a
Hold
picnic?
on.
Everyone knows. It's a super important choice with important ramifications.
What? Oh man, this might be bad.
Oh, sweet fuck. What did you do, June?
Did you even...
It is. It's the car cat. It's car cat. It's car cat. I know that voice. Hold on. Hold on. I knew it. I knew it. I'm now gonna search. I'm gonna search you up because I want to know who you are. Who do you voice? Do I know you? I don't care. No, I don't. Okay, we're listening to this. I guess I should go here. We're listening to this.
I'm just a troll. A troll so enamored. The man who speaks with that annoying stammer.
Fuck, it's fucking Karkat. It's fucking Karkat. Fucking Grant is the Tumblr Karkat. I'm ending. I'm restarting from intermission 1. So if you've enjoyed, do the funny things. Haha, hee hoo, ha hee hoo hee ha ha. Anyways, goodbye.